What's up, everybody? Welcome in to the Early Edge in 5. I am your host, Allan Bell. We've got a phenomenal show lined up for you today, but we have zero time to waste, so let's get right to the bets. Let's bring in the stars of the show here, because that's who everybody wants to see. First off, gentlemen, 5 wide. I love it. I'll tell you what, Spector, you're setting a show, an Early Edge SportsLine all-time record, the highest team total we've ever seen. I'm here for it. What do you got, bro?
Yeah, so I have a pick that's on the site, and I was going to put it here on the show, but Zack beat me to the punch in our email thread, and so I'm just going to endorse his. And I said, you know what? Let's go a little bit crazy today, and I'm going with that record you said. Warriors team total over 130.5 at minus 105. And I know this line is incredibly high, but I have statistics to back this up. These Spurs are the worst defense in the league. They give up 122.6 points per game. They are last place in 3-point percentage allowed. And to top it all off, they rank second in pace behind only one team, and that team is the Warriors. Our SportsLine AI is predicting 135 points for this game, and I understand why. The 2 times that the Warriors and Spurs played, the Warriors scored 144 and 132, averaging to 138, the highest average against any opponent that they have. And the Warriors really can't afford to lose a game, especially a home game when they're favored. They're going to come out and really just ramp the score up and try to win this quickly. Because if I'm being honest, I think they want that 6th seed so that they play the Kings in the first round.
There we go. Well done on that one. All right, state of the NBA. My man, Zack Attack. Hit me, buddy. You got one play. Fire it out.
Yeah, one play with how tricky the NBA is right now, but I think this is a good chance for people to get their money back on the Memphis Grizzlies for what happened on Wednesday against the LA Clippers. You talk about a crazy line movement. That one opened minus 4.5 on Memphis, swung all the way to the Clippers minus 3.5. Kawhi Leonard ended up being ruled out, swung back to the Memphis Grizzlies side minus 2.5. Still didn't matter. The Clippers won outright. And we've seen towards the end of the season, teams with great NBA records on their home floor, it doesn't mean anything. Denver Nuggets yesterday lost to the Pelicans. We saw the Milwaukee Bucks lose to the Boston Celtics in the game we just touched on. Memphis Grizzlies lost to the Clippers. But this means a little bit more for the Grizzlies tonight. They're going to have everyone back on the floor, which was not the case on Wednesday. And this is their true last home game against a playoff caliber team. I think their last 5 or 6 games are on the road except one, which is against Portland. So this is of significance. They need to play well against the Clippers on their home floor so they can be the true top second seed in the Western Conference. So give me the Memphis Grizzlies minus 5.
There we go, man. There we go. All right, let's move over to a little Major League Baseball. EC, you got 3 plays, 3 props, right?
Yeah, AB, yesterday it was not so good. We were 0-2 in the props. Barely got my college basketball play. But we're going to roll with these. Now, I don't know parlays today. We're going individual props. I'm going to give you guys logic. David Peterson, the starter for the Mets, over 5.5 strikeouts at even money. He had 3 starts against Miami last year with 7, 8, and 7 strikeouts. Gave up 0 runs in spring training, only 1 hit in 12 innings, struck out 13, so more than 1 an inning. You figure he goes 6 innings tonight? I think he can get 6 strikeouts. Let's play that at even money. Then we've got Kyle Freeland, over 4.5 hits allowed at the Padres, and that's minus 135. Usually I don't like to lay that much juice, but this guy gave up 17 hits in 9 1/3 spring innings. Last year, in 5 starts against the Padres, he gave up at least 6 hits in 4 of them. So I feel like for laying minus 135, this is pretty good value. Plus, the Padres have to bounce back after that garbage last night. My man Cronenworth couldn't get it done for me. And finally, we're going to go to my hometown Arizona Diamondbacks. Merrill Kelly, over 2.5 earned runs allowed. You can get this one at plus 115. Last year, he started 5 times against the Dodgers and gave up 3 earned runs or more in 4 of those starts. He has 7 straight starts against LA gave up 3 or more earned runs in all 5 starts. He has 7 straight starts against the Dodgers with 3 or more earned runs. I think that continues tonight. You can get this one at plus 115. And then a couple of leans. I didn't make them plays. I know AB was curious what I was thinking about the women's Final Four tonight. Under in the first game, over in South Carolina, Iowa. Those are leans.
There we go. I mean, dude, the women's Final Four is going to be awesome. I can't wait.
You know what, AB? I had to get some action on it. So let's roll with it. Let's go under first game in Virginia Tech, LSU, over in Iowa, South Carolina.
There we go. All right, I'll go real quick. Then, Maestro, you are in your normal position on the show. First, I'm going to go FAU, San Diego State, first half under 61. Look, we've played FAU unders, but with Tennessee, I mean, they've just hit them constantly. And you look at San Diego State, the best defense, quite frankly, obviously that's remaining of the last four teams, but they've only been giving up on average 53.5 points per game. And you look, these two teams, they're moving from a gym to an arena. I know we've talked about it, but the depth perception is real. You're playing in Houston, which been to that stadium. It is massive. People who are sitting at the very top, it's going to look like ants down there. This place is huge. So I can see a little bit of an adjustment in the first half. We're going to play the under 61 in that game. Next, today, Major League Baseball, we are going to play the White Sox Astros over 7.5. You look at what Houston did yesterday. Dude, everything that could go wrong did go wrong. Four measly hits, 2 errors, gave up 2 runs at the top of the ninth at home on opening day. Nah, they're not going to do it again. But we're going to play the over 7.5 instead of playing a juiced money line at minus 170 or more, because Houston, when they played against Chicago last season in their 4 wins, they scored 41 total runs in those 4, and they're going to bring the bats today against Lance Lynn. And with that, we get the added insurance of Chicago's runs as well. So, Maestro, your spot, brother. What you got?
All right, I'm going to go to P.J. Washington and those Charlotte Hornets. There's nobody else really left for them. When you talk about Bell and Ball and Hayward and Rozier all out, Dennis Smith questionable, Oubre questionable. P.J. Washington has shot the ball at least 20 times in 4 straight games. He's coming off 43 points. His prop tonight against the Bulls, they're huge underdogs at home, is 19.5. I'm going over 19.5 for P.J. Washington because they've actually won 3 in a row, giving him the ball, feeding him the ball, and he's taken 8 threes, at least 8 threes in 4 straight games, over 19.5 for PJ. And then in baseball, I agree with EC that Merrill Kelly is in trouble against this Dodgers lineup. It's not the same Dodgers lineup, but Mookie Betts is still around. Freddie Freeman is still around. He was terrible last year with an 8.25 ERA and 5 starts. On the other side, Dustin May is 2 years removed from Tommy John surgery. I'm expecting a really strong start out of him. We all know how the Dodgers have dominated the Diamondbacks, so I'm going to play the run line. It's coming at plus 110 for the Dodgers.
Yeah, love that Dodgers play, man. Absolutely. They should hammer it down. And, you know, I was looking at player props for that one. I feel like Mookie Betts is getting some nice value here. I think he's like plus 110 to have over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Like, I think the Dodgers are going to be all over it today, so I'm with you on that one. Real quick.
I actually bet that last night, that Mookie Betts, and the guy like struck out like 3 times with guys on third base.
Yep.
So tonight he probably gets Merrill Kelly, but still, be careful with that one.
Oh, I know. Like, that's the thing. Like, I like it because he had a poor game on opening day. I think he boomerangs, comes back. Yeah, might show it up.
The other thing with the Diamondbacks is Kelly is not fully stretched out after the World Baseball Classic, so it means more bullpen. And their bullpen, I mean, EC is closer to the situation, is supposed to be a little bit better this year, but they were the worst in baseball last year. So I like the fact that I don't think Kelly's even going to go deep.
Good point. All right, now real quick before we get to our recap here, my boy Dylan asked if I'm in. He likes the under 7.5 in the White Sox Astros game. And I mean, it's tough, man. I mean, you just don't know what you're going to do, you know, on the man. It's going to be a showdown. Dylan, my boy, as you said in the chat, we're going to get back. We'll talk on Twitter. Yeah, we'll get it working. But yeah, the showdown, man, it's on 100%. If I do, man. All right, everybody, grab your paper, grab your pencil. Let's take a recap here. It looks good. EC is on. David Peterson over 5.5 strikeouts, a plus 100. Kyle Freeland over 4.5 hits allowed, minus 135. Merrill Kelly over 2.5 earned runs allowed at plus 115. Me, Allan Bell on FAU, San Diego State first half under 61, and the White Sox Astros over 7.5, price at minus 120. Zack Attack is on the Grizzlies minus 5. The Maestro just broke down PJ Washington over 19.5 points at minus 121, and the Dodgers run line minus 1.5 at plus 110. Speculator just set a record on the show. The Warriors team total over 130.5, price at minus 105. I respect it completely. Well done on that one. All right, gentlemen, you know what? We're going to end it early. Everybody get to the weekend. I know everybody's going to be working through the weekend, but at least get away for a couple minutes. Enjoy it. Have some fun where you can. So everybody, the Early Edge crew, have a great weekend. We'll continue this conversation. We'll be live Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern, normal time. But until then, everybody, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets. We'll see you tomorrow.